Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for bringing me again today. As expected, the Germans feel the hardship of the sanctions their government imposed on Russia, and however we want to turn it and twist it, if your life, your lifestyle, your how should I put it, standard of living is decreasing, is like a captain on the ship. If you go through rough seas and you're about to hit some rocks shooting out of the sea, it's because your captain lost his way. So it's time to get the captain, put him down there in the hull of the ship, and then when you get to home, you put him on trial. And put someone who's really capable and works for the interest of the ship and the crew and everyone else on that ship. We have here another mass protest in Germany, where the German farmers' tractors stage mass protest in Berlin again. Today is the 15th of January 2024. So let's look at this article. Now, I'm not sure that these protests are just staged because the sanctions and the standard of living is decreasing and the subsidies, the governmental subsidies, ceased, or they were triggered by, I don't know, some maybe the government is not doing what it's supposed to. Definitely either way. So they want the government to fall, and the new government will send Ukraine whatever these guys want. Or maybe simply these guys are just, how do you call it, not doing a good job, just to be nice about it. So this is again from January 15th. So this is some protests. I want to show you just people walking, and there's about 5,000 tractors and 2,000 trucks and some 10,000 demonstrators from around the country. Well, I'm glad when I see that the population has really moves in, or at least acts, not violently, but acts. Because talking is one thing, acting is a different one. I suspect that if the police would receive an order, all these guys will be done. Remember how it was in Canada? And Germany is even worse than Canada in how controlled it is. So Canada, what did they do? They froze these guys' bank accounts, they fired them, they went to the families. So when democracies don't like how the population reacts to their imbecilic, that's Brandenburg Tor, the population perceives them as whatever they are, they, instead of saying, wait a second, maybe we're doing something wrong. Let's talk, let's see what's going on here. What could it be? Maybe it is us. Help us. Understand, let's have a debate. But they don't do that, they're two weasels. The protests are expected to draw up to 5,000 tractors, 2,000 trucks, and some 10,000 demonstrators from around the country. They will cap a week of nationwide unrest that has put further strain on Chancellor Olaf Scholz's coalition as it grapples with a budget mess and raising far-right forces. How about Chancellor Olaf Scholz doesn't send Taurus missiles to Ukraine to hit the Russians, the Kremlin, and the Kerch Bridge? Could that be? Could that be that he is not following certain orders, therefore these guys are going to make him go away, and they're going to put someone that will do it for them? Very possible. Very possible. So that's one thing, and it's not hard. It's not hard because maybe the farmers have a problem, and the farmers really have to go out and say, wait a minute, things are going bad. On the other hand, I don't remember the farmers farming on the 15th of January in Deutschland. So what kind of strain do you guys feel with the tractors? Electricity for the cattle or what? I know they're not in the fields. doing something in January 15th, are they? So it seems like it wasn't, it's good that they organized. As long as they organized, and it wasn't any, how do you call it, union, and who's in charge of the unions? The Germans themselves. So that's another one. Finance Minister Christian Lindner plans to address the protesters later in the morning, and coalition party bosses have invited leaders of the demonstrations for talks. Finally, well, it depends how you want or if you want to really discuss it, or you just try to appease them. We'll find out, because that could embolden them. Remember, Trudeau did not even want to talk to them, because Canada is better. And oh, Canada, right? My friends. So what's going to happen? Either they're going to conduct elections, which I don't think they will. Why? Because the Alternative for Deutschland is breathing in their back of the head. So that means they're going to take more seats in Bundestag, and that it's a no-no, unless this government does this. Yeah, we're going to talk to you. Yeah, what do you want? Oh, we want elections. Okay. We're going to designate Alternative for Deutschland as an extremist group. We're going to ban it because if it's an extremist extremist group in those pop. No elections, you're out. Okay, farmers, everybody, we're going to conduct elections now that the main opponent is out. So we're out of danger. Like these guys try to do with Trump. Get him out, we're going to win, right? By how? Changing the rules while you're playing. And they could do this easily. And what will the Germans do? Jawohl, mein Chancellor. All right, my friends, here it is. Will be more than this. Will be more than this if the government, how should I put it? I can't really say that because I don't know. And I don't want to say speculate on these things. I can say, well, I predict this or I predict that, but I don't like to. Anyway, I hope the Germans get what they want, but they can't. Because remember, when these guys place sanctions on Russia, the government, from the subsidies, from the revenues, and from the loans, they paid the increased cost of energy. They paid for a while, and I said this when they did it in 2022. I said it in October, November. I said, these guys are going to have a little revolution over there. They didn't, but they do now. Why? Because these guys subsidized that bigger portion, right? And now they take it back, and who's going to pick up the tab? All this is going to be dropped, as I said, on you, my German friends, and your children and your grandchildren. You're going to pay for it. Who do you think is going to pay? Baerbock? Not even if she turns she goes on the red light district in Hamburg, is not going to be able to pay for that if she's. Here it is, my friends. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.